all the time, you guys. I stand in front of the thing all the time. So listen, we do this all the time. We do it every Thursday on Zoom. We do it for all of us, all the Epique agents, all the things we can do to help out, right? So these are always more exciting because you guys are actually here. When I make fun of Mike, I'll get laughs, hopefully. And then, it all goes well. But Mike, why don't you go ahead and kind of, let's give us a little State of the Union real quick for Michigan, since everybody's a Michigan.
Yeah. So the State of the Union of Michigan. So Michigan is strong. Like we are the #1 state in the entire country. We have more pending volume right now than any state in the country. We closed more volume than anyone in the country. And we did that with 368 agents. So
What is he gonna need it?
California has more agents than us. Texas has almost double the agents of us. And Florida alone has 565 agents.
You gotta be louder.
So Michigan is kicking ass with the amount of agents that we have. And, we started this 2.5 years ago here in Michigan is when we opened. And it started off with myself and Doug and Jill and my team. So it's the fastest growing state. And we just want to share on why the vision that we saw and how truly amazing this company is, and the founder's vision on what they have moving forward is just exponential growth. And it's not just in real estate, it's in multi-levels. It's in technology. It's in, they build up people. So this company is truly amazing. So
here's your sign. You're too quiet.
I'm too quiet. Sorry. Yeah, the kitchen's loud. So without further ado, we're going to kick this off. And here we go. Let's go, Doug.
The other really cool thing is, guys, just thanks for everybody being here, right? The idea that we have like 60 people in a room, standing room only, it's awesome. And there's been some social media stuff recently. Like, why do we do these things? Do we need people? The reason why we do these things is we can address 60 people, 70 people at a time. If we were some of the traditional brokerages that needed to have like 1 or 2 people, right? You can do those individually. But the fact that the growth is happening and exponential growth is happening, this is why we do these things. Plus, they're more fun, right? So
yeah, we have 16 offices throughout the state in 2.5 years.
So even though we're a cloud brokerage, right?
Cloud brokerage, we allow all of our agents, if they choose to, open an office as long as they follow the state guidelines. And I see us opening 10 more this year. So that's absolutely explosive growth.
All right, so let's get it going. So coming into real estate, a lot of agents, and like the vast majority have nothing for healthcare, which I know some of the people that are responsible that have healthcare, they think that's crazy. It's not going to happen, but it is. There's a lot of agents that don't have anything at all. So to make sure we start with getting everybody's attention, like we have virtual primary care, virtual urgent care, over 1,000 prescriptions. We have virtual mental health. I know some people are like, I don't need it. You probably do. If you're the one that don't think you need it, you probably are the one.
I can tell you I'm the state broker of all of you, and there's a lot of us, including me, by the end of the day, I need it.
So then you have virtual veterinary care, which is the one that I probably made fun of the most, but we've now used it a few times ourselves for good old Charlie. Same dog every time, by the way. But and then you've got vision and dental. So this is we'll be transparent. You guys will know when there's a charge. We're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna point out goods, bads. We don't play around with this. So your dental and your vision, you get both of them for $25 per month per person. So you have one spouse, 2 kids, yourself, $100. $100 to have Delta Dental Preferred, and then to have your vision, right? So you have your exam, contacts, a set of lenses. Mike is probably the better example. You were $250, $260 for just dental.
I was $267 just for my dental insurance. I have a family of 5. I made the switch over. It was $130, and it also included vision. So 4 out of the 5, soon to be 5 out of 5, are going to need glasses. But imagine that. So contacts, the dental is actually a better program than I was paying before. It's a preferred plan. So I don't know. I sent my daughter to the doctor or the dentist before, and I'd come out with $1,000 bill. Now I send them to the dentist. They can have all sorts of stuff done, and it's like $250. It's a much better plan.
Yep. So the next thing, right? So obviously we have some people in the room that have some little ones. We have some people in the room that might be older, where you have elderly parents. So now Epique's going to make sure that you can still do your business. You can still get the showings. You've got an opportunity. You get a $250 credit a year. So that works out to be somewhere between 10 to 15 hours. And that can go towards child care, elderly care, dog care, back to the pets again, and then child tutoring. And like, no joke, I didn't realize this until we talked to another agent that just used it. So their child was a senior. They were doing SAT testing. So they actually used the tutoring to do SAT prep. So it's not just for the little ones, right? It's for everybody, which is pretty amazing. And then
my daughter's using it right now.
there we go.
Chemistry.
You didn't want to help her?
No. That would be my wife, Angela. I'm not the chemistry mate.
So then maternity and paternity leave, and then roadside assistance. Roadside assistance, here's your gotcha, right? You have to wait. You have to be with us for about a year before you get it. But then it covers every single licensed vehicle at your house. So that's a really good one as well.
Which I have 15 gas cans sitting in my garage, so I run out of gas a lot. So I've already used it 3 times.
And flat tires.
And flat tires,
Yeah.
yes. Live on a back road with lots of nails.
Go ahead, sir. Let's give you some.
All right, the Essentials Daily Training. So we have the most amazing trainers at Epique. So some of them are in this room right now. And the Essentials Training is basically daily training for all of our agents. And it's not just your run-of-the-mill stuff. It's really in-depth. Some of the things that we go over are all of our benefits, because we have over 90 benefits, and we have training on every single one of those benefits. We have training on contracts. We have training on everything you can imagine. It's probably one of the best training programs that I've ever seen at a brokerage.
Mentorship. This is something that when they kicked this off, nobody knew what we were talking about, right? Area leaders. What is an area leader? How do they come about? What is this whole idea, right? So if this is your first experience with the cloud brokerage, you know that your ability to attract agents can happen nationwide. So with a lot of our competition, when you attract agents nationwide, there might not be a setup for them. Justin Graham, the reason why we're here is we chased Justin. Justin was in Indiana, knew nobody in Indiana. State broker wasn't very responsive. He was there all by himself, no help. That doesn't happen with Epique. Every single area, every single person, every single agent in an area is going to have an area leader. That area leader is somebody that ran a franchise, ran an independent, ran a team. They've been interviewed. They've gone through the process that they have to go through and get the final approval from our majority owner, Janice Stelson, who, the CFO. This is her little dream that she had put together. And it's an amazing thing because now you have accountability, you have mentoring, you've got coaching, you've got your go-to person. You don't have to rely on the broker for all of these things. And there's a lot of area leaders in this room already, which is awesome.
You can literally plug in.
So it doesn't cost you anything.
Imagine if you want to get into the revenue share part and you want to recruit agents. You can literally recruit an agent in California. You can plug them into California. You can hook them up with their area leader. That area leader is going to wrap their arms around them, take care of them, train them, coach, mentor. They can be an experienced agent and say, you know what, I don't really need training, but I really need some coaching. So on that, they can use it, as an accountability coach. You can kind of use it any way you want.
I mean, isn't that what most coaches are? Who's had a coach? Who's had a coach before, right? Don't most coaches just go through and talk to somebody? We all know what we need to do. We just don't do it. So now you've got an accountability partner that you don't have to pay $1,500 a month for. So love that.
Who's your accountability coach there, Doug?
Well, I don't want to admit who it is right now because he's failing terribly. But we've had him, right? I've had Tom Ferry. I've paid. I've been in the core. We've done them before. Con Ed.
An open house. It'll literally be an interactive walkthrough where you can actually walk through and it teaches you how to do an open house. It'll ask you questions. If you answer wrong, it might tell you you really screwed up and just lost your client. So it's a really cool system. We have probably 75 different LMS training courses in the cloud right now. There's a power coaching call 2 times a week with Coach Rob, and it's 100% included and free.
And if you want to grow a team, or if you've ever tried to put a team together and you have brand new agents, You know, you get the same question over and over and over again with each individual agent. Then you grab another agent, get the same question again. The next agent get the same question again. So in the Power Academy, all of our area leaders have gone and done a video for all of the important contracts that are sitting in there. So now they don't have to bother you over and over again how to fill out a purchase agreement or how to fill out a buyer agency contract. They're all there, explained to perfection. Yeah, good to go.
And one of the new things that we just announced is our new agent AMP program. It's not even on our slides because it's too new. But Michigan is one of the test states in Oklahoma where it's a state-of-the-art system for brand new agents where we're going to train a new agent from ground zero to get them to produce 12 transactions. And it goes for a full year. And they also get exclusive leads for that brand new agent, which is not part of our normal leads program. They're literally exclusive just to this new program.
Yeah, 0 to capped, essentially, right? 0 to 100 grand GCI. So that's pretty awesome. And if you want to have the power coaching, Rob Stein, 40 grand a year, you get a couple doses of him every single week. But if you guys actually had the urge to be a coach, you maybe been in the business for a long time, you want to be a coach, we have an entire system set up for you to be able to plug in, have your own coaching program. It's broker agnostic. You can do that with any brokerage out there, with any agent that's out there, and generate another stream of income as well, which is pretty cool. Marketing.
AI headshot.
We have to give this to Mike because he abuses it more than anybody else. More than anybody else.
So I'm literally driving, I think this was like 2 weeks ago, and I literally open up our new dashboard and I see this new, we've always had AI headshots, but now it says photo shoot. So I'm like playing around with it and I'm on the phone with Doug. And of course I'm driving and he's sitting at his computer. So in 5 minutes, he's sending me all of these crazy headshots and it's unlimited. Like you,
all right, normally it's Mike. That time it was me.
It literally was Doug. Doug, by the time I drove 5 miles, I had 72 photos from Doug on my phone rolling. He's like, oh my God, look at this. I'm on the moon.
I was in an upside down ocean. I mean, who's done that? Anybody done that? No, nobody's done that.
You can slide it over to extremely professional. So if you want really professional headshots, it'll give you professional headshots. If you want more casual in front of a house, it'll give you that perfect pose in front of a house. It's really cool and it's unlimited. It's incredible.
Yeah. Or you could have 5 mics around a bonfire.
No, that was the old system. They gave me 5 mics sitting around a bonfire.
With no shirt on. No shirt on.
It was 5 shirtless mics around a bonfire. So
we've a little different.
We've upgraded. So it's much better now. This is now the photo shoot.
But we're never gonna let them live that one down. We're never gonna let them down. Thanks.io. Go again. You still have the best story for Thanks.io.
Yes. Okay, so Thanks.io. Who out here, has anyone used Thanks.io out in this crowd? It is the best marketing tool if you have a buyer that you're looking for that unicorn of a property. So I literally sent out 346 handwritten note cards in Oakland Township, Michigan. I ended up selling 5 houses. It cost me about $670, and my commission on those houses was $167,000 in a span of 1 year. But that was from one postcard. It literally looks like a handwritten note. And one of the guys that I double dipped a $1.45 million listing, full 6%, $995 compliance fee on the buyers and the seller's side. And he's like, I licked my finger and I smudged it. I knew you hand wrote me this note. That's why he called me. I told him, I'm like, I'm sorry, I did not handwrite that note, but my Robo Pen did an amazing job. So Epique pays for the $49 a month for you to be a member of that, and we get a 10% discount on top of it. So I use it. I just sent out 1 million. I sold a house last week, and I'm sending out like 600 more this week. So Thanks.io.
And a lot of people do gift cards, right? A lot of agents do gift cards. 70% of the gift cards are a waste. So use Thanks.io for your gift cards. It'll send them an email. You don't pay for it until they activate it. So you can send out 100 and you're only going to pay for about 30 of them, right? So it's a way better use of your time and money. So that's another great thing for Thanks.io. Graphic is an IDX plugged in piece from realty.com, as we'll talk about realty.com in a minute, but they actually supply that for us as agents for free. And that is enter an MLS number, have an entire suite of marketing materials in like 10 seconds. Plug in the MLS number for your brand new listing. You've got your just listed, your solds, your pendings. You can actually highlight an envelope, an area for a mailer, put the mailer out. Like everything is done for you automatically. So again, we're going to do a ton of stuff, or Epic's going to do a ton of stuff to take care of all your low dollar activity, right? You should be able to sell more houses, list more houses, and close more houses because we're going to take care of all the other stuff. And that graphic is one of those.
So Creator is a tool that we all get free listing photography, which I kind of spilled the beans early. But part of that photo package is that you'll get a video walkthrough called Creator. So it takes AI and it laces through a full walkthrough of your house with all of your listing packages. I don't know if anyone's used theirs, but I use mine all the time. It's incredible to be able to have a virtual walkthrough when you never really had to pay for the walkthrough.
And everybody knows if you have video on your listings, they place higher, right? Like everybody knows you should have videos on there. It's just making sure.
Don't use them. Like my listings manager was just kind of setting them aside. I'm like, where's our videos?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I didn't even realize there was a video link. Like use the videos. They're incredible and they're free.
Yeah. Zillow Showcase. We literally have a person spending a fortune on Zillow Showcase. So if you guys are using them right now, you know you're paying a monthly fee, and then you know you're paying a showcase fee. With Epique, the monthly fee is completely gone. We have no monthly fee with Epique for a Zillow Showcase. You pay a $200 to $150 flat fee for a Zillow Showcase. You have to buy an upgraded photography package. But instead of spending, what's our one guy? I can use him for the example, 23 grand?
Yeah.
24,000. He does just in Zillow Showcases alone. So now he can move over to us. He'll actually have his cap with Epique and Zillow Showcases and 7 grand extra in his pocket. So it is a crazy advantage if you guys are big users. And
the other thing is
flex level.
What they just announced at our last shareholders is that everyone gets one Zillow Showcase for absolutely free. You will have to pay the upgraded photo package of $165, but you do not have to pay the $250 fee for the showcase.
So another goodie, another freebie. AdWorks. AdWorks, a lot of brokerages have AdWorks, right? So you get a discount with it with us. The greatest thing about AdWorks, it's cross-branded. So it figures out what the perfect client is for your listing, right? Like the one I always use for an example is I had a listing on a private course. The private course for golf courses, it took a guy that was actually looking on homes or realtor or Zillow. He was on some type of home search site and he was watching the Masters. They knew like, hey, that's probably the ideal candidate for this listing. And they put that listing in front of his face. So I love AdWorks. I mean, you still have to pay for it. That one's not free. So, but it's a great use of spend.
Okay, next we get free listing ads. So if you have a listing that's over $400,000, we use a CRM. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But you get all the free leads for 1 week advertised by Epique on social media. On average, I get 12 free leads for every listing that I do. So my team doesn't do a good job of following up on these leads. Allegedly. I don't. Oh, there's Keegan. But so as I go through, I was looking last year. I got 1,165 free leads from my listings alone. That's a lot of free listings. A lot of free leads from my listings.
Where's that done through? Facebook?
It's done through Facebook and it goes right into your Lofty account.
Yeah. And then you have Canva Pro. Again, saving time, right? Canva Pro is not a massive savings as far as expense, $360 a year, but a big savings in time. So we have a ton of people that are using Canva Pro. Find what you need. I ripped the presentation off for the longest time from Canva Pro. So you just rip off and duplicate. It's fine. But you can do your open house from there. You can do whatever flyers you want to use from there. Just find the one you want, copy it, put it in your folder, change all your stuff around.
You should never create something on your own again because we have people in here like Maria Reyes who can steal and copy from.
Yes, 100%. Social media management. So we have through Graphic again, we'll actually have all the platforms addressed with real estate related content, not the same one. So if you have I always say stalker, but if you have a fan, if you have a fan that follows you everywhere, like my mom, she'll see a different posting all the time on every single platform. So that's super cool. But going back to the free listing ads, we're going to segue from there, right? So they're going to push those ads out. The prospective client's going to see that ad. What happens? What happens when they see the ad? That actually drops them right into your website. When they drop them into your website, it's sticky. They're going to leave their name, their number, all that good stuff. Then you're going to get a notification that you have a brand new prospect for the listing. All of these things happen automatically, happen seamlessly through Lofty, right? So Lofty is our CRM. Lofty handles our team CRM. Lofty handles our customizable websites. And then if you have, mindfulflexibility.com, right? I don't have to pay for it any longer. Epique pays for it. But there's a lot of brokerages out there that offer you a CRM and offer you a website. You have to do all the setups. You have to do all the work. You never set them up. They look like crap. They're very boilerplate. Like this stuff looks amazing and it's seamless from day one.
If you have a team, our Lofty Teams platform is now free.
That's an extra $500 typically.
Yeah. 500, 800, 1200. You know, I was running my team on Commissions Inc. I was spending 2,800 a month. And the Lofty platform, with it having the enterprise and the AI built into it, it's a no-brainer. So if any of you are running a team, or if you know people who are running a team, it's the cheapest. It's one of the best benefits here by giving it for free to our agents.
And those aren't random numbers, by the way, guys. The 800 is what it would cost you if you were going to have Lofty with the website. You'd have a $500 add-on for the teams, which would be the 1,300. You're like 500, 800, 1,300. Hey, whatever.
Well, no, I was running Commissions Inc., which was 2,800.
Gotcha. Anyway, so Epique 2.0. This is the cool one, right? We don't have it yet. It's coming. But imagine
the dashboard's here.
Well, that is true.
Every day, all of our Epique agents, I literally get texts daily. They're like, "Oh, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this?" If you guys are logging in the dashboard, it's changing on a daily basis. So the next big implementation is where we're going to actually be able to write purchase agreements just by literally talking to it and telling it, "I want to write an offer on this property. Here's the details. Here's the offer price. Here's the EMD," and it's going to write it for us. And that's going to be launched in about 2 months.
So again, saving more time, right? I mean, there's a constant theme that's going to happen: saving you time, saving you money. But I mean, they have all your stuff sitting there waiting for you. It's going to be super cool. So we also got Inman's best use for award from Inman for the best use for AI in the real estate industry. So.
Yeah. So all of you who are at Epique, you already know how amazing our tech flows from your computer to your phone. So our app is one of the best, and we're getting awards just for our phone app, because you can literally do every single thing from your phone that you can in your desktop, which is incredible.
Yeah. Also from your phone or desktop, AI virtual staging. So upload your pictures. It will literally stage it however you want. Pick out the freaking furniture. Pick out whatever you want. It drops it in there. I thought it was going to be a little cheesy. I had a room, like I always tell everybody, it's the same room because I was so impressed, right? It's a living room with a kitchen nook with a covered patio in the back, and it literally 3 sets of furniture, all appropriate. It was pretty awesome. So
digital business cards. So we have a great story. So we do a lot of these events, and a lot of times people are passing around old-fashioned, business cards. And what are you going to do with that? I throw it in the top of my desk drawer, and I clean it out about every 6 years, and I throw them all in the garbage. So with this digital Popple type business card, right now it's Link, and you can literally pass this card around. Doug, you should probably pass your card around, get everyone to scan it. And you literally can build out the back end like a website. So everyone gets one for free here at Epique. We're changing the brand right now. I'm not sure where we're going. Did they announce yet where we're going?
Oh,
We were at Popple, then we were at Link, and it changes every once in a while, but everyone's Link cards still work if they were using Link. But it's an amazing, another free benefit at Epique. Just makes our lives easier.
speaking of free
buyer, seller, and agent leads. So,
guys, you did remember you talked about not being able to read stuff, right?
yeah,
You just see that?
I'm just about blind.
You see them dip in there? So free buyer, seller, and attraction leads. 12 different lead sources that are going to be out there and available for you. They're expireds. They're for sale by owners. They're Google clicks, Facebook clicks, MI Lead Plus. So there's a lot of different formats that are out there. They're internet leads, you guys, right? Like we're not going to sit up here and tell you that every other one's going to hit. They're 8%, 11%, 8-month maturation time. That's your typical internet lead. But the point is when they close, there's no massive split that goes to Epique for it. It's all yours. Zero split. Nothing going.
And I can tell you, me being the state broker, I see where these leads are coming from, and I always question the agent. I'm like, oh, where'd you get this deal? Where'd you get this deal? So we close about 22 transactions a month from the free leads. So just add up those dollars. It's all free benefits, free leads, free closings, free money in your pocket.
Who loves free money? Who loves free money? So Realty.com Pro, we already talked about that. That's that $400 membership that we're given. Those leads, however, by being a Realty.com Pro member, you get what they call frenzy leads. Frenzy leads are literally sellers that have filled out a form looking for a cash offer. So when you guys are on your Realty.com, if you guys have already gone through that and you've signed up the Epique agents that are already existing here, you need to jump onto those things, right? So those are hitting. When they announced it last year at PowerCon, before Mike and I got our feet back on the ground from Tennessee, there was already $1.4 million pending from frenzy leads in a matter of 3 days. So made the phone call, had the conversation, either listed or wrote or did the offer, already pending. So these things hit at a much, much faster rate.
So next up, we have click offers. So it's a cash offer platform for your home. So imagine going out on a listing and just bringing a cash offer. But what I like to use this benefit for is not just for the cash offer. I like to advertise it. I like to throw it on social media. I like to put money behind it and get cash offer for your home leads. So what does that do? It gets me seller leads like instantly. So you can run ads. You sign up for this click offers program. You get a whole platform built out for you. It'll literally manage all of these cash offers on the background. So you can put in the cash offer. Say you have a private investor, you can put the private investor's offer in. You can compare them side by side. You give your client access to this whole platform and they can see it in real time. So they get another offer, it rolls in, they can see it. So this is more of a advertising tool to get seller leads. And all of us are in real estate. Where's all the money made? It's made by listings. It's not made by buyers.
So again, if you're already with Epique, you should be click offer certified. Once you're click offer certified, they give you the funnels. They give you all the pieces to be able to push out there and advertise for people to get phone calls for cash offers. Then of course you can offer them the cash offer. If they don't like the cash offer or they think it's just okay, it's decent, we'd consider it. Then you'd be able to offer them Echo, which is a cash offer with a retail price afterwards, an additional amount minus a fee. Or you can give them a bridge, or you can give them equity, right? So you have 4 different tools that you can use in order to talk to these guys. So get in front of them, have the conversation, move them through a traditional listing, take the cash offer, whatever it is. We've got a guy, James in Georgia, 124 transactions last year in 2024 just from this alone.
The Edge program, let's talk about that a little bit more. The Edge is literally a $50,000 credit line that's available to your seller. Say, for example, you go to a seller appointment, the house needs to be painted, it needs carpeting, it might need some landscaping, but they just don't have the cash. So as long as there's 20% equity, they can pull the money right out of the Edge program. It's not a hard hit on their credit, and there's very small monthly fees until it closes. So it's huge with no monthly fees. So, all right, he's the user of this program. I actually have a client using it that's going through the approval process right now. So
they're probably already approved. It's that quick.
It's that quick.
That quick.
How many times have you used it so far?
3.
3 times. And probably one of the best underutilized benefits here at Epique.
And guys, if you guys have listed a house in St. Clair Shores, you know those walls get a little bowy sometimes, right? And it's like 20 grand to fix it, 30 grand to fix it. Like here's your fix. Use the Edge program, get the walls I-beam, drywall over the top of it, get a get a 30-year warranty on it, get the home sold. Don't take a $20,000 hit. Instead, keep it up to value. It's a massive swing for the people, and they're not gonna have to worry about it.
They do have to have a 680 credit score to get approved.
Yeah, and up to 50K in equity, right?
Yes.
All right. Again, going back to getting rid of all the stuff that slows you down, right? Transaction coordinator. That is definitely something that slows us down, right? So don't do your own paperwork. Get the bottom line signature, push it off to the Michigan transaction coordinators. There's a couple of them that are really amazing. I'm sure somebody in here is a little biased to the one transaction coordinator, but we won't say a whole lot. But again, there's 2 now. There's 2. So guys, I mean, $350, $300, $400 a month for or $400 per deal for a transaction coordinator. How many deals do you do a year? I mean, this is a massive savings. So the compliance is done for you. They don't write, right? But they do check in. They do make sure the process is happening seamlessly. They do make sure that it's all going to go down. You're going to get paid on time. That's the most important part, right?
Yeah, we all have spring break coming up, and we have the perfect service. It's called Shelby. So if you're out of town and you need somebody to hold an open house for you, or you just need somebody to go show a house, we now have the Shelby service where it's super simple. You can literally interview agents. You can find the perfect agent to either hold your house open or to pay. You might pay them, I think it's 35 to 50 bucks.
50 bucks.
To do a showing. Or if you have multiple showings, you can work out a discount.
There you go. Spark is a national referral system that you don't lose control of your client. So you're in Michigan, someone's moving to Nashville. They're going to go down there. You're going to get a 25% referral. Spark actually takes 35%. They get a little bit, but then they remain in touch with them for the next 5 years. So now all of a sudden they're going to go from Nashville to Dallas, and let's say it was Keegan. They're going to call Keegan up like, hey, do you have a team member in Dallas? Yep, sure do. They'll just put them right back to Spark. Spark will interview the agents, set them back up again, move them again to Dallas. You'll make another referral, so that the referrals are happening without that agent in that destination city knowing that they're not going to be their long-term client. They're going to have a one-time transaction, and then they go back to the originator. So it's a really cool national piece.
So
Go ahead.
I'll do Elevate. Elevate is a system for your past clients that will keep you top of mind from start to finish and well beyond. So all you do is you plug in their information. If there's a house that sells in their neighborhood, it'll send out an email saying this house just affected your home value. So it'll keep you front of mind. It keeps you right on the front of the dashboard. So many of us are not using it. There's only 10% of Epique agents that are using this, and it's the most incredible free tool for us.
Speaking of agents not using things, utility concierge services. Everybody needs to have all of the utility companies sent to them, right? I need the number for Comcast. I need the number for DTE. I need the number for consumers, whatever it is. We all have to furnish those numbers. Stop. Don't do it. Just connect them with Utility Connect. They will actually do white glove service. They'll move them from one to the other. They'll sign them all up. Their monthly bills generate revenue. The revenue that goes to Epique gets shared. 50% of it gets redistributed amongst us. So it's an income generator. We need more agents.
Yeah, they will literally research all the Comcast or your utilities. If there's multiple options, they'll give them the best option. Like
They'll find them the
out in
deal.
Armada, it's very hard to find cable, internet. It's hard to find everything. So, but they will do the research for you. Keegan might know because he lives out there. But
Well, it is Armada. It is Armada. So, and then Edge, we already talked about that. White label is simply an opportunity, available in all 50 states, but for in my opinion, a long-term generation after generation brokerage that doesn't want to change their name. They can have all of the great things that we have, offer all the benefits to their agents, and maintain their actual brokerage name.
Yeah, just think about it as a broker in a box. They're still advertising and everything as if they're ABC Realty, but in the back end, they're using all of Epique systems and tools, and they get to provide all their agents with our benefits.
Okay, so now the important thing. I talked to Mike today. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm going through a car wash. So here we go. It's all about the car washes, you guys. So it's not available everywhere, but it's in a lot of friggin' spots, and it's a mile from my house. So I love it. So car's always clean.
As you see our shirts, we
As you see our
don't
shirts.
like the car washes at all.
We like it. We like it. It creates a lot of conversation. Some good, some great, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so 4 benefits. Out of the over 90 benefits that we have, you guys, you're going to get all but 4 of them automatically. Even these 4, you're going to get part of all of them potentially, right?
In Michigan, we get all of them except the UP.
Except the UP. All right. So billboards, listing billboards, over 65,000 different locations. If it's not a billboard, it could be on the front of the new gas pumps with the big, huge screens. It could be at the beginning of a movie. It could be a static photo. It can be LED boards. It can be the displays above the cash register at the grocery store. Over 65,000 locations. And that's going to be for you as long as you're with Epique. Not while you're coming or announcing that you're here, but as long as you're with Epique, you're going to have something being advertised for you all the time. Any listing over $400,000 for the first week will also be advertised on these billboards. This is a big deal. Like going back to the whole Remax days, Metro Detroit, they spent $350,000 for like 25 billboards. We have, how many of us? 300 and what?
368.
So that's at least 360 frickin' billboards that we have on the regular rotating. So that would cost a fortune. So that's going to be happening for you. Interior and exterior photography. God forbid, if we don't have a photographer in your area, you still get $125 ACH to you. So you're still getting the benefit. You just might not be getting the whole entire benefit, but you're still getting a goodie. So no matter what, you're getting good stuff. And then sign.
Then you get free signs and sign installation. You know, when we first came over here, I'm like, I had listings all over. I think I came over with like 18 or 20 listings. I had one in northern Michigan. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get a sign for this. Ordered the sign. Within 3 days, the sign was installed. I'm like, all right, there's no way I can get listing photography. There's no way they already have this set up. It was already set up. I was a little skeptical. I always had my own photography. We compared the side-by-side photos because I had this house previously listed in the spring, and the photography was actually better than my own photographer that went up there to do the shoot because he ran it through the AI afterwards. So I've been incredibly impressed with it.
And listen, we're not flawless, right? Like we're going to make mistakes. I mean, we're 3 years old, so we might have a lapse somewhere. We might have a bad person here or there. We report them. You change people out. Like it's like you have to. We have to
We've
be
only tried to sell neighbors' houses once or twice.
Yeah, well, if they sign, they sign. It's not our fault. Anyway, so divisions, you guys. Epic Estates. Is it really that wasn't that bad, right? So Epic Estates. This is literally different than everyone else. Like I was a part of Remax Collection. It was a logo. I was a part of EXP Luxury. It was literally a logo. Like that's all you were getting. So this is set up in a way that we're going to help elevate the brand. We're going to help you offer things that you're not typically offering into your luxury clients. So you're going to have additional tools for the toolbox. They're also going to help you allocate additional listing clients. So Epic Estates is something that's growing. It just got announced. It's kind of off and running. They're also going to help Epic Estates agents actually acquire leads through Epic Estates as well.
And then next up, we got core commercial, and we actually have David Elwood in the house. So I'm going to hand this over to Mr. David Elwood.
Oh yes, no.
So he can come on up, talk about commercial.
Yeah, so actually it's not just core commercial, it's also an Epic C-rate.
13 seconds, by the way. It's good.
Most companies give you a choice. You're either commercial or you're residential. We do both. So what we did is we formulated the idea of whether you're in a rural area and there's only 10 businesses in town, you can't survive on that. So what do? You have to be at a residential company, and then we go both. So we provided a solution for that. So what it is a pay up upgrade, similar to like a luxury would be at any company, but it mirrors our Epic CRE, which is for non-NAR commercial. So true commercial practitioners, people that are, don't want to be affiliated with a residential company, we have an avenue for them, and it's full commercial and business brokerage. But then on the flip side, we wanted to offer the exact same thing to either resi-commercial agents or agents that want to be NAR members like myself. So what we did, and I can flat out say it now, used to we couldn't for a year, I was quiet, now I can say it, it's like unleash. So there are competitors out there that say, well, we're giving you CoStar, or we're giving you this, or we're giving you LoopNet. We decided, how can we figure out how to get it all? So that's what we did. So we offer CoStar, we offer LoopNet Silver, which is a premium paid platform. We offer Crexi All Pro. We offer GMA, which is a global marketing services that will allow our agents to be able to not only publish their stuff internationally, but they can go grab international listings and put it on their site as their own. We also have Air CRE, which in our state, luckily, we have a great board that has all the forms there, but a lot of states, they don't. And I continue to get calls. How do I get this LOI, or how to get this form? So we provide all the forms. All of those services alone would have typically cost about $2,600 or more, depending on where you're at, because LoopNet changes depending on where you're at. So basically it's for $595. That includes and you haven't said it yet, so when you hear, the Epic fee for $595 a month for all of that.
And
So-
that's the commercial fee.
That's the commercial fee.
Monthly.
Yes, monthly fee. So the other thing is we have a great area leader program. We have a true commercial area leader program that gives mentorship and coaching. But the real our area leader mentorship program, and also our commercial program that can partner with residential agents around the country and basically assist them in doing their first commercial deal, their second, their third, whatever that asset class is, multifamily, industrial, whatever it may be, to gain that experience, and then they're off on their own. They can go do it.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks,
All
David.
right. Thanks, Dave. And then global expansion. Oh, guys. Getting claps and stuff. Good Lord. All right, way to go. So global expansion. We already launched in Canada. We just announced as shareholders that we're going to be launching in Australia, or have launched.
No, it's about 3 months out.
All right, so 3 months out. And then they also kind of peeped that they're going to have about 3 more countries coming in the very short or soon in the future.
Epic Explained Live Down Under.
Let's just not say down under. Anyway, so listen, so we talk about all these benefits, you guys. It always comes to the same exact thing, right? Like, how do we do it, right? But we didn't do it by mistake. Josh, Janice, Chris, they started this from day one with a plan of having a lot of agents with a lot of benefits, right? So they set an allowance per agent. They haven't spent the entire allowance yet, which means we have more benefits coming, but it was built for us, right? It was built for us to grow. It was built for us for the long term, built for us to last. So if we do great negotiating, and of course we have to take some money, let's get into the money, right? Here we go. Go.
85-15 split, $149 a month to be an agent at Epic. If you're on a team, it's a different team split. Team leader would be $149. Team member is.
But we'll talk about teams in a minute.
Well, then you take over, asshole.
Jeez. There's a rule against that. By the way, we do have a no a-hole policy. And if you break the a-hole policy, you can get banished. So you don't want to do that. And I have to give him a hard time. I've been nice the whole time. Like
And
no
there's
sarcasm.
a very small 0.01% transaction fee on all transactions, and it caps at $500. So if you sell a $500,000 house, that fee is $500. You sell $1 million house, it's still $500. So if you sell a $100,000 house, it's $100. And that's really how we pay for all of these benefits.
Then that's really important, right? It's these two fees. Like the monthly fee I love, and I tell everybody, and I tell every week, love the monthly fee. We're not a brokerage that's going to be a paper hanger, right? Everybody knows what that is, right? There's competition out there that has no monthly fees, has nothing going on there. They have all the agents that are licensed that don't do any business. Like that isn't us, right? We're averaging almost 8 transactions per agent. Is that massive? No, but the reality is you can have an agent and account faster than you can have a transaction. So that number will continue to increase, and we'll be one of the more highest producing brokerages that are out there. But those two fees take care of all of our benefits.
Yeah. And when you get your closing statements, there's going to be no surprises. There's no E&O. Unfortunately, there's no broker review fee.
Get out of here. No loyalties, no royalties, no franchise fees, no annual fees, no errors and additions. Good Lord. And then, the only other fee that you'll have is one time when you sign up later tonight or tomorrow. You'll have a $99 joining fee with your first monthly payment, right? So that is it as far as fees. We don't fee to death. There's no surprises. There's no crazy crap that's going on. You're going to be $149 a month after you join.
No mandatory training fees that get hidden in your bill.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. So who's signing up? All right. Let's keep going. Just kidding.
All right. Financial benefits, obviously. Commissions, we're at 85-15 split. We have the most amazing thing ever is our Epique 401k. Our founders thought it was really important because most agents, they don't save money. Imagine that. Agents that don't save money. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Most agents never retire. They die at their desk. Unfortunately, they get dragged out of they literally, oh, there he goes, take him away. So they thought it was very important to start a 401k, and they wanted to make sure that they weren't feed to death. So Epique pays for all the fees that are associated with the 401k.
Yep. So your first financial planning session for them is also included. So then company stock, right? This is definitely a fan favorite for most of us, right? And I think it's a really important thing to say, and I say it often, right? Like we always talk to our clients about owning better than renting. We always say it. We say it all the time. And then the majority of agents rent. If you're at Section 21, if you're at Remax, I don't care, like if you're at a traditional brokerage, you're literally are paying rent. You don't own a thing. You don't get part of the shares. You don't get part of anything. You just pay. So we have company stock here. When we started, we were at 17 cents for purchase. Now we're purchasing at 44 cents because it is discounted 20% while we're private. So we're at 53.5 cents. When we go public, we won't get that 20% discount anymore. So I hope we're supposed to go public by the end of the year, but I hope it takes longer. You agree? So stock is great.
For it to go public in 2 years.
Yeah, 100%.
Accumulating.
100%.
But it sounds like it's happening faster than what I'd like.
Yep. So the next really good stuff is Revenue Share Plus. We talked about that just for a quick second. I kind of gave you guys a little sample or a little taste when we were talking about the utility concierge, right? So when those things are happening, those monthly bills are being paid, that's generating revenue. That revenue is going to Epique. Epique shares 50% of that with all of us. And that's going to happen for all ancillary businesses. If they have title, if they have mortgage, if they're going to have insurance, whatever it is that they're going to be buying into or going to be producing. Epique X, which is our Epique Labs technology. We got 8 technology awards this year. So when they go business to business with that and that generates revenue, 50% of that's going to get shared with us. So we'll be the first brokerage ever where every single agent's going to get a revenue share check, regardless of production and regardless of recruiting. So that's another first that we're going to have going on.
Yeah, they expect the first checks to roll out soon, and it's going to be like a minimum of like $25 a month per agent, which that's a start. And their goal is actually to pay all of our agents more than what they pay in fees to Epic. So imagine 5 years down the road when they have like 9 different ancillary companies, they want to pay agents just to come to Epic. Can you imagine that? You just get paid for coming. The moment that you sign up with Epic, you're going to get paid to be here. Incredible.
Yeah, that is amazing. The next thing we have is Power Award. So Power Award is the acknowledgement, the reward level for hitting 24 transactions or $10 million, one or the other. You don't have to have both, but one or the other. When you have that, you only get up to $30,000 in stock or 3,000 shares, whichever is less. Right now, the 3,000 shares is less, but you'll get 3,000 shares. Your monthly fee will drop from $149 to $99. And we haven't talked about rev share yet, but you're going to get a 10% bonus on rev share when we hit that in just a second. Stock awards. You got all 6?
Oh, I might have like 5. All
right.
So you get stock for joining. You get stock for hitting your anniversary. You get stock for recruiting an agent. You get stock for closing your first transaction. And you, I already said recruiting. What else?
Joining, first transaction, cap, Power Award, bring in an agent, anniversary.
Yep, that's it.
Right? And then, there's more. So rev share. So what is rev share? Obviously, we're talking about ownership. When we're talking about ownership, you get a part of the revenue. The revenue is what we're going to be sharing. Epic shares 50% of everything they take in. So that 85-15 split that we are talking about a minute ago is a $15,000 cap your very first year. After your second year, it drops to 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, right? So now you're at $10,000 after 5 years. You're getting paid for loyalty. You're getting reductions in your cap. We're going to maintain agents at Epic longer than anywhere else. But most importantly, those Epic agents that are actually contributing to the system, they're going to take 50% of what goes into Epic and share it with all of us. So another beautiful little reward for us. And what does that look like? If you're at a traditional brokerage and you're wondering like, well, I don't know what a revenue share is, never heard of it, don't know what's going on with it. And even if you're at some of the other competitors, you might not know what really goes on with revenue share because you might not see very much of it.
Well, most places it's just so complex. There's no formula that you can plug in to figure it out.
Yeah, you get a little bit here, a little bit there. But if you get this person, that gets that person, and then this person gets the other person, the other person. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's a mess. So we don't have any of that going on, right? Everybody's like, what? That's the example. That's a perfection. That's what our competition does. With us, it's very, very simple. If you attract an agent, they're going to be on your level 1. That person on level 1 is going to be worth 10% of you. So let's have a $10,000 commission. You're going to have 15%. 15% is going to be going into Epic. That's $1,500 for Epic. Everybody agree? So at $1,500 going to Epic, you're getting 10% of that on each level, 5 levels deep. So you're going to get $150 every single level, 5 levels deep. So what does that work out to? If you can help 3 people, anybody been in the business for a while? Raise your hand, been in the business for a long time. Oh, I see a few hands go up. I know one guy's been in business for a real long time. He didn't raise his hand at all. But if you get done with the closing and you have a couple conversations with agents and you talk about all the stuff that's going on, it's a very easy conversation to have. Our unique selling proposition is amazing. So if you just have 3 agents join, and we always make the commitment that if you have 3 agents join, we'll help 3 other agents join, right? So we'll help this happen. So 3 agents would get 9, 9 would get 27, 27, 78, 231. It's just numbers. It's just a multiplication of 3, right? That gives you 351 agents. So then what I figured out was like, what does the average agent make? The average agent makes $65,800. So then I'm like, all right, well, that's cute. What the majority of agents make? Well, the majority of agents make $58,000 a year. So I was like, well, that's pretty good. And then I ran the number at $58,000 a year and it was bananas. So I'm like, no one's going to believe me. Let's make it even more conservative. So we took 58, we reduced it again to $40,000. So understand, guys, this is a few transactions, right? To make $40,000 GCI. At $40,000 GCI, 15% is $6,000 going to Epic. We do 10, God bless you. We do 10% of the $6,000 is $600 per agent, right? This is just very simple stuff. $600 per agent. We got 351 agents. That's $210,000 a year in revenue share.
Who wants $210,000 a year in residual income?
How long would it take you to get 3 people and help 3 people get 3 people? The bigger question is, do you care? If it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, does it really matter? The other big thing is a lot of people think that number is bananas. The number is crazy. So even if you reduce this, let's cut this in half and go 38. Let's cut this in half and go 117. Even if you go 3, 9, 27, 38, 117, it's still over $100,000 in revenue share. So even if we minimize and minimize and minimize, it's still a pretty easy build out to get over 6 digits.
So Doug, how many people do you have on level 1?
15.
All right, Doug has 15. How many do you have in your total group right now?
275.
And you are 2.5 years in.
2.5 years in.
So this model is almost fitting perfect to you.
Yes. Yes. And if I can do it, all you guys can do it. That's for damn sure.
Doug works in real estate about 8 hours a week. So everybody knows.
I mean,
He spends more time on the golf course than he does in real
well, I mean, I'm not arguing that. Okay. Anyway, next subject. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. It's not about me, guys. It's about all of you. We're here to help you guys. So teams, very quickly. An unofficial team is like a team of a couple people that want to be known or have a DPA, like Surfer Bros Real Estate. That's them. That's what's going on here. Family teams, all the stuff that we just talked about, $15,000 cap, moving all down there. This is happening with family teams, and then all their family members are going to be at $10,000. So the advantage on the family team is obviously your blood. Your family members get a discount, and they don't have to feed the team leader an additional percentage. On traditional teams, the team leader is at $15,000, the team members are at $10,000, but at least 5% has to go to the team leader.
And that's really important. Like a lot of other brokerages make you have a much larger split if you have a team. Our minimum split, if you have a team, is 5%. So
that's a huge one. Power teams, 40,000 or oops, geez, way off. Way off. Hold on.
40 million.
40 million.
Or
40 million.
140
transactions, and you'll qualify as a power team. Power teams are at $5,000 for the team members. The team leaders at $15,000. Their transaction fee is capped at $250 because they do so much volume. That's a quick little, we can get into more, whoever the team person, we can get into more of that stuff in just a moment. But those are your quick breakdowns on teams. The thing I want to point out is, again, focus on loyalty, focus on retention. A lot of team leaders, and Mike, you're going to know this better than, or as good as some others, Sandra, Franny, you guys have teams. When your team members become, on their own, spread their wings, can do their own production, they usually leave because they want the accolade. They want to have the Power Award. They want to have this award. They want to have a Hall of Fame award. They want to have an Icon Award. Like they always leave to get one of those things, right? So with Epique, they don't have to leave. They can be a Power Award agent and stay on your team. They can get the extra stock and stay on the team. They can get the extra 10% on all your level ones and stay on your team. So you're gonna be able to retain a team a lot better at Epique, in my opinion, than you are elsewhere. You agree?
100%.
Oh, 1 in 3 8. Yeah,
1
1 in 3 8
at
on a
Epique.
team at Epique. All yours, buddy.
Epique Cares Fund. So
And we're almost done, guys. I promise.
we've had a lot of devastating things happen, and we wanted to start a fund for agents who are struggling. So if you have an agent that's struggling, you can submit them to the Epique Cares Fund. We've had a couple in Michigan that actually, fell on hard times, and Epique just sent them randomly $1,000. It might be 500. It might be more. It depends on the situation. That fund is there to help our Epique agents when they're in need. We have the NEMO Natural Disaster Relief Fund. We've had a lot of natural disasters lately. We had the wildfires, we had the floods, we had all sorts of stuff. So we've been sending semi-trucks of materials, generators, people, equipment, you name it, we try to help. Epique matches up to $1 million a year to help fund all of the relief efforts for natural disasters, which is amazing.
Yep. Ken Whitfield Fund, that's our very first state broker, passed away suddenly. So, nobody's ever prepared for that. That's another great thing that our owners do. If one of the leadership members, God forbid, passes away, Mike passes away suddenly, they'll send like $10,000 immediately to his family. So that's the Ken Whitfield Fund. Not that I'm killing you off, buddy. I'm just giving you an example. Epique Espanol is a complete company, all done in Spanish. We're Spanish speaking first, no translations needed, no contract translators. Everything's going to be done in Spanish so they can stay in their primary dialogue language and not have any hesitations. And then other than that, it all comes down to culture, right?
Yeah.
It all comes down to the Asian culture.
Just look around this room, and like culture is number one. Everything and it flows down from the very, very top. The founders look and will only do anything if it benefits the agent. They don't look at lining their pockets and doing anything. All of these benefits, they could literally launch all of these programs and have a kickback to them. They have not done that on one single benefit. We have 94 benefits. They could be literally lining their pockets like crazy. They want to give all the money back to our agents.
And that's the norm, guys. If you guys don't know, like when they do, when you do the family reunite or for KW, or you do the R4 with Remax, that is a dollar generator for the brokerage. They're making millions off of that event. Like our PowerCon, our shareholders, it's free for our agents to attend. That's a
that costs the company millions of dollars.
Massive differences as far as what's going on when it comes into that comparison between brokerages and such.
Yeah. And I think that wraps it up. I just want to say, no,
we have giveaways.
We're letting
All
you
right.
come.
So before that,
we just want to say
thank you for everybody attending. Whoever invited you, please let them know what you thought of the experience. If we suck, it's okay. Don't miss out on the opportunity. The opportunity is amazing.
whoever
F up the opportunity
invited
because of
you
us.
here, make sure you go back to them, ask them any questions. If they can't answer it, they'll get a hold of us. We're happy to answer anything. And let's give our sponsors a big round of applause. They really made this event possible. They helped fund all of this fabulous dinner. So don't just give them a thanks, give them some business. So spread the love.
We'll do it again May 12th, by the way.
Yes.
May 12th.
We have another Epique Explained in Royal